Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, and today I am going to show you how to take a sheet of paper like this with a single design
Okay.
and turn it into cards. So stay with me, and I'll show you how to do it.
So just there's a spot. Um, you know what you can do? Just then add the perfect pearls into your online order. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay.
All right, I'm back. So this paper is called Simple Vintage Life in Bloom, and normally this would be used on a scrapbook page. So a lot of people have asked me, they don't know what to do with it for a card. So I thought I'd show you today the process in which I used to create some cards. Okay.
Well,
So these are the cards I made. So you can see, that, let's just see where I brought that. So you can see that this section here is from here. And then I've used down here, and I've used here. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to cut this paper first, okay? So how I'm going to cut it, I am going to, so you can see that it's a directional because there's some butterflies there, all right? Butterflies there. So what I want to do is I'm going to cut it in 4s and then by 6. Okay. So as you can see, this one is this one up here. So I'm just going to cut it down the center, and then I'm going to cut it into 4s.
That's my story. Yes. Yes.
Okay, just let me see where I have this one. I believe it's right there.
Well, they might.
All right. So you have to determine the direction that you're going. And then I'm cutting it in 4 by 12s. Okay, so now I've got my paper cut like this. All right. Now I'm going to cut it at the 6. Okay.
So we have a real paper. Yes, I don't have any in stock.
Okay. All right, so I cut that at the 6. So this is the piece that I'm going to cut that is going to fit on those sections. All right, so let's get my card.
As soon as if you don't see the perfect pearl in stock,
and this is a great style of card for this particular style of for this style of card. All righty.
Yes.
Just going to get my comments here just a sec. Yes, this will be a kit. Everyone wants a kit, so yes, it will be a kit. Okay, so this piece of paper is 8 by 4 1/4, and I've scored it at 1 1/4 and 2 1/2. All right, it is a kit, Gail. So now I'm just going to fold this over. So I've done a mountain fold and a valley fold. So I have a sort of a Z shape there. We've made these cards before.
Now I see
the next one is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I've scored it at 1/2, 1 1/2, and 2 3/4. Then the next one is 3 1/4, scored at a half, 1 1/4, 2 1/2. The next one is 2 3/4, scored at a half, 1 3/4, 2 1/4. And finally, the last one is 2 1/4 square, scored at a quarter, 1 1/2, and 1 3/4. All right. Now I'm going to take this piece of paper and I am going to cut it into these little strips. These strips are 4 by 1 1/8. So they're all 1 1/8, and I'll show you how I did that. So I'm just going to cut this to 1 1/8. 1 1/8. 1 1/8. 1 1/8. And the last one.
No.
1 1/8. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to quickly put this together. It's very easy. So I'm going to fold on these score lines. And I'm putting adhesive in 2 spots. I'm putting it here on this end half, and I'm putting it here on this larger one. All right. Now I'm taking this larger size. I'm counting over 1, 2 spaces. I'm folding this over, and I'm just going to slip that in, line it up, and press down. And then you have that little step. See that? So then you take the next size and you fold on all the score lines. And you put your adhesive on the small, short side and then this longer side. All right? So it looks like that. Adhesive here, adhesive here. I'm going to count over 2 score lines. 1, 2, fold it under, and then this piece goes under here, like so. There we go. And then the next one, fold on all of your score lines. I'm going to go fast here because this is going to be a long video. All right. So now I'm going to put my tape in 2 places, this side and the left side. On the right side, I'm counting in 2 score lines, folding it under, and then it slides under here, like that. And finally, the last one. I am folding on these little score lines. And then I'm putting tape on the right side. And then the left, that tiny little one. Again, counting over 2 score lines, 1, 2, folding it under, and then tucking this under here. All right, so there is my card. Just gonna push it up, and then it folds flat, and it folds up like that. Okay, now I've got my pieces of paper here that I cut, and now I shouldn't have mixed them up here. There we go. So you kind of line them up on here, and then I'll show you what you do. So that one goes there. It does have writing on it. I don't think that's it. There. What the heck? That one goes there. All right, so now I've got them on where I want them. Not sure about that one. Well, it'll have to do. It's got a pink flower though. I'm not sure where that one goes. Goes there. All right. Try not to mix them up when you cut them. All righty. So there we go. All right. So now I am just going to mark. This one is 1 1/8 by 4. Okay. So that one's good. So I'm just going to fold that down. I'm leaving 1/8 of an inch at the bottom and the top. All right, the next one. I am cutting 1/4 of an inch off each end. Okay, so I can just take my scissors and snip and snip. And then I'll put that one on. Now you can measure and do it. I found this way pretty easy. You just line those up so they match. And then you can just mark up here and here because you want the design to flow. Okay. So that's pretty easy. So that one is going to match there. And then the next one is matching. So I'm just going to tuck that in, do my little pencil line. And cut it off. Now probably in the kit, these pieces, I'm not sure if these will be cut or not. I'll decide. And then this one goes here. So you just mark it 1/8 of an inch in. And trim that off. Okay, and then that one goes there. Like that. And there's the card. So that's using the one section. Then I have a little butterfly. Now the butterfly I cut out of this paper. It's part of the line, Life in Bloom. It's called Shine Bright, and it's all butterflies. So I just cut a few butterflies out. And I'm just going to add one there. And then I have a little sentiment. And there we go. All right, so it lies flat. And then when you bring it up, you have your card. All right, so there's card number 1 with the top left side of the paper. All right. Now, I have this piece. Okay, so then this piece is here. No. Where is that one? Okay, so I use this piece up here And then this is this piece here, okay? So now we're going to use that one. And on this one, figuring out what I'm doing here, I am going to make this card, okay? So remember, I cut it fours, 3 sets of 4, and then at this one at the 6. All right, so now this card is fun. I am using my stitched rectangle. All right, and I'm also going to do my cutting plate. All right. So what I'm doing is I've got 3 different sizes. And then the other sizes, the in-between sizes, I've already cut out my blue, okay? So these are just the ones. So the one that was here is blue, the one that was here is blue, and the one that was here is blue, okay? And then these ones I'm cutting out of this paper, and we'll put it together. Well, that doesn't want to go. I'm gonna have to pull this off. Not sure why that doesn't want to go through, but it doesn't. All right. So this is not magnetic, so I might have to tape this in place. Alrighty. So we'll put that one there. That one there. And that one there. All right. And then I need my top plate. And we'll put it through. So these are the stacked rectangles that I'm using. I just realized I should have brought another one. All right. For some reason that didn't cut on this machine. Sometimes it cuts too much pressure and sometimes not enough. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to take these, put those aside. It's just another way of utilizing that design. So this is going to go on first. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one on. So I'm just going to line that up. And they all have nice stitching on them. And then I'm going to put this one on. Now I added some foam tape on the back to give it a little dimension. But if you're mailing it, you might not want to do that. But I'm going to put some foam tape. Or I put foam tape on my other one. This one I'll just put it on. So then it goes here. And then the next one. And you match that up. Match the design up. Does that look pretty? And then you put this one on. Okay. And then you put this one on. Now I'm going to do this a little different because I did not bring the tiny little stamp. But you can see how it all matches. See that? And then you can just put your sentiment on. Okay? Put it there. And if you want, you can add a little butterfly. You can also add some little blings, gems, and that's what I did here. So this one I cut out the center and I stamped in it. This one it's all flat. Right? So there is card number 2. All right. Card number 3. All right, I'm going to take another piece of this. Okay, so this one I am going to use here on that card and on this card. Okay, so let's cut that in half. All right, to make this card, I cut it 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to cut this at 5 by 3 3/4. And then I'm going to cut this, make sure it's going the right way, at 1 5/8. 1 2 3. Okay, so these pieces are 1 5/8 by 3 3/4. Now I'm going to take my card So this is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and then I'm going to take these. And we're going to put them on here like that. Just makes a beautiful card. Sometimes it works best if you put the center one in first. I'm just going to center that. Okay. Just leave about 1/8 of an inch. Just a simple way. Okay. And we'll put this one in and see how the design is continuous. There we go. And then I can put on my sentiment. Wishing you all the best. This one I didn't even put a extra butterfly on it. I didn't think it needed it. Just a quick card. Isn't that beautiful? Another gorgeous card. All right. Next, we had this piece. So that was the left-hand side. This is the right-hand side of it. And this one, I am doing a little cutout for this, where the sentiment goes. See that? So it goes like this, and that flips up. Okay. I'm missing a piece of paper. Oh, it's on there. That's why. Okay, so I'm going to cut this at 3 3/4 by 5. All right. And then that's going to go on here. But I have to cut out this piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slip this under here. Like so. Because I did this beforehand, but I want to know where to put it. So I'll just go around it. Obviously, when you're doing it, you won't have to, but I want to see where this is. Okay, so now I'm just going to put that on. And I will cut that out. It's beautiful. All right. So then I'm taking this and I'm putting this on here, like so. I'm just going to trim a little bit off. the bottom and the side, just to make it straight. And the bottom. Alrighty, that'll be better. And then I'm just going to add that to the front of my card. So another way of using, this is the, whoop. All right, and then it opens up like that. Okay, I think that turned out very pretty. I love it when it has that little opening. I think it's so cute. Okay, and then the last one is a bridge card. Okay, and is that the last one? One, two, three, four. Okay, so now I have this left. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these sides. So these are 4 by 3/4. Okay, so I'm just going to cut those. So this is the middle section. So we just want 3/4. 1. Okay, so there's one side. And then we'll do this side. Which way does it go? No, it goes this way. Like that. Okay, now this is all we have left right here. And so I'm going to cut this to go into the center of my card. Okay, so this would be 4 by 3 3/4.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Just going to move those. Or maybe, let me measure that. Three and a quarter. By 4. Okay. Now I'm taking my card here. Okay, so this is my bridge card, and it measures 7.5 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 1 inch and 2 inches on both sides. So I'm just going to fold the sides in. When I made these cards, I had no intention of making a kit. All right. So this, we can stamp on here. but I've already got one done, so I'll put it on. Okay, so that's going to go in here. And then I'm going to put this on. Right here. All right, and now we want to keep these in order. I'm going to make sure those are like that. There is writing on this, so it is directional. All right, so I'm going to put it there. So that one's going here. So it's 3/4 by 4. And they match up. And then this one. No, it goes that way. And then this one goes here. Oh, I forgot to put my my acetate. Here it is here. Just gonna get my acetate on here. When you put the acetate on, you fold in the left side and it goes across like so. Okay, I'm just going to trim that one off. It's a little long. And I'll lift this one up. And I'm just going to trim a little bit off of that one. There we go. And then I can put this one on. You just want to cover that. Okay. And then I cut some butterflies out. So we'll get those on. One there. One there. And one there. So there is our bridge card. Okay. And this is what I have left over. So the leftover piece can go on the back of this. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this off a bit. And then this can be for your personal sentiment. All right, so there we go. There are all our cards. So let's just review. Here's our paper. Okay, so we did this card, and I believe this one is here. So let's turn it around this way. So that one is from here, and then we have this piece here, which is this one. And then up here, we have this one. And over here, we have this one. And here is this one. Okay? So there you go. And that's how you use a piece of 12 by 12 paper to make cards. Now I'll show you some more papers that we have. Now sometimes you get papers like this, right? And you don't know what to do with them. You can do the same thing. So here I did this type of card. And that's from down here. All right. And then you could make a card using this. You could make a, use this for a card, use this part for a card. So there is another idea for this type of paper. And then we have this paper. And again, you can use those to make cards. And then we have this one, what you can use. Just do your cuts a little different. So there's lots that you can do with this type of paper that is really for scrapbooking. But it's just a really neat way of creating cards. So I am going to do a kit. I might have to change, like this one might not work, but I'll do something. So there will be a kit. I'll work on that. So if you want a kit, you can let me know, and I will start doing cutting the paper for them. Okay. All righty. Now tomorrow, all right, we have this beautiful die right here. All right, Jennifer McGuire used it on a card. And this is my card. It's by DB Cameron. And again, it's got the little basket weave on it. And I'm going to make that tomorrow. I love it. I think it's so cute. It opens like that. Okay. All right. So that's tomorrow. Thursday, I am doing a little folio. I haven't done a little mini album folio for a while. And so here's my little folio. It opens like this. And there's 10 pages here. I'm doing some little sewing in here. A sewn binding. So this is like a little journal book. But the neat thing is, if you can believe it, it's made with 2 paper bags. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you that. So this little folio. And I've used 2 paper bags. And again, I'm using Life in Bloom paper. I think it's beautiful. And some people saw this today and wanted a kit, so I'll do a couple of kits for these too. Okay? But that's on Thursday. Friday, I got into my Lawn Fawn. And I made a little pull tab card here. Sending biggest birthday hugs from miles away and flying by to say it's your birthday. And then push that down. Aren't they cute? Now I use the clouds from that are meant for the pop-up platform die, and I just used those on here, but I thought it turned out really cute. Okay, so that's Friday. A little interactive card. So Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday. All right. We have lots of new things in the store today. I'm going to do a separate video with those. Okay. All right. Thanks for joining me. So go through your stash and see what kind of papers you have and see if you can make some cards out of it. All right. Thanks for joining me. And have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.